Hey guys, welcome back to your ASIN. Today we're going to be talking about angles. All right, so we take waterboard. Let's start. So first we need to. Okay, here we go. Sorry, technical difficulties. All right. So what is an angle? An angle is a point or a point where two rays meet or two lines meet. So how does that look like? So if I were to draw something like this, if I were to draw something like that, it's an angle because we can kind of do something like that if we really want. But I'm just, although these are rays, I'm gonna classify them as lines here. Two like sort of rays meet at this point, and then our angle is this. So our angle is just that, and we usually mark angles sometimes with a mark like that. But this angle has a very special name. It is called a right angle. Now, obviously, it faces to the right, but and that's not really pretty convincing. So, for your convenience, this is also a right angle. All right, kind of weird name. Let's discuss it. A right angle has a measure of 90 degrees. What are degrees, you may ask? Let's go to this slide. So I have a protractor here, and we can kind of ignore this part for now. So this is an angle. We measure angles using a protractor. So we're gonna discuss more about that later, but for now, let's discuss the types of angles. So I think I'm gonna create another slide. All right, we have this. So there are three different types of angles. There are actually like 4 to 5, but three basic types of angles are right angles, which have a measure of 90 degrees. We measure angles in degrees. And right angles, just for convenience, are usually marked with a box like that. Now the next angle, acute angles, or something like that. So it's smaller than 90 degrees. So it's more closed. Like if you compare it to something like, just gotta grab my pen. So that would be about a right angle, and this is more closed than that right angle. So and yeah. So and remember that their measure is always less than 90 degrees. So let's move on to the next type, obtuse angles. Don't confuse them for obese angles, although they kind of look big. Obtuse angles, something like this, have a measure greater than, well, 90 degrees. And we can also do a quick comparison last time. So this would not that great. This about would be a 90-degree angle, and this is much more open. All right, so and one more thing. Don't confuse this. I'll grab my pen. Remember, this is not an obtuse angle. This is actually called a straight angle, which we'll kind of discuss now. Straight angles, it has a measure of 180 degrees or 360, however you decide to look at it. Well, I mean, 360 is usually a circle, but we mark straight angles like that. There's no specific marking, just like that. All right, so now that we know the types of angles, let's move on to the problem. All right, find the measure of this angle. Okay, how are we gonna do this? Um, let's see. So first, let's talk about measuring angles. What we do is, this is like a diagram. It's not really so great for measuring, but it'll do. So first we find the point that is like in the middle. So this one, just gotta grab my pen. So you see that little mark. over there inside that circle. I'll zoom in a little bit just so you can see. You see that mark inside that circle. Now, all right, good. That one. So we usually try and find that point first. And then what do we do? Okay, I should probably zoom out several times. I think this is the, oh yeah, okay, this is good. Now we can erase these. Okay, so first, how do we do this? So we want to find the vertex of the angle, in other words, the point. That is the vertex, as you can see. So we place this point, that vertex. That's pretty accurate. Not too accurate. It's pretty good for our purpose. That's good. Okay. And then we have to find the measure of the angle. And we do that by finding where this ray or line crosses the angle. All right, let's do that. Not too hard. So I'm gonna zoom in because it's kind of hard to see here. That's okay, good. Wait, that was not, it's not good. All right, this is good enough because, yeah. And then it crosses at just about one line before this tick mark over here. But this protractor has two sets of numbers. What are we gonna do? Okay, so let's use some common sense here. We know that a right angle is 90 degrees, right? So this angle is obviously more close than 90 degrees. So it can't possibly be 146. It has to be 34. And yeah, you can see these come in intervals of 10, and each of these lines represent 1. Okay, so this angle measures 34 degrees. And obviously, as you kind of like zoom out, since the line is bigger when you zoom in on the whiteboard, it's kind of like crosses at around 35 degrees. So same thing. And our answer is 35. And for degrees, we use a circle. That's not really a circle, but okay. So this angle measures 35 degrees. And we are done. So quick recap. An angle is the point where two rays intersect. Right angles are usually marked with squares, like so. And then these, let's move on to this. Okay. This is an acute angle. We mark it with that. Obtuse angles, we mark it with the wider circle. Straight angles, well, straight and right angles. Old right angles, you mark them with a square. And we're done. So that is it for this video. I will see you next time.